out, like now. But let's take a closer look at the sizing structure, the functions of the house, the radar, avionics, cannon whiskers, and then in-flight refueling flow. The central section has the dorsal air brake and ventral air intakes. And here there are two separate compartments, the engine tank, pilot, and of course, and high out for all. Aileron roll. Well, it may not seem so, but slow roll requires the most precise coordination to exactly happen. Especially at lower. Then regulated by the noise. The flight-by-wire control system is entirely digital. Thank you,
you and your colleagues. Thank you on behalf of the whole team here. Of course, we still have the Royal Air Force solo Typhoon coming up later on in this afternoon's programme. And many more in the way of solo fast jets. Now we're looking out for our special tribute. Outstanding national aerobatic. Smoke goes off, you'll see the Happy Suites positioning their airplanes to land. Together, we unleash the power on that head. Europe provides us a perfect backdrop for pre-season training to finesse all our manoeuvres, all timed to the split second, ready for the these formations are some of the most complex we've ever attempted. This is the pinnacle of my RIAT career, and I hope when I hang up my Red Sea, the team continues to thrill people of all ages and all backgrounds for years to come.
Well, there we heard from Red 1 squad leader John Bond, and if you can hear one of the big screens, you got to see there some wonderful footage of the team in action. But now,
the leader this year. He's a former Typhoon pilot, former qualified flight instructor on the Tucano, where he was the Tucano display pilot in 2012. As Red 8 and 9 now perform a rollback, taking the 9 hours into the in Chevron. Of course, Red Arrows is not just about the pilots. We have a team of over 140 personnel. 120 of them are the engineers, the mechanics, the operations, the public relations, the administrators, and they are, if not the most popular manoeuvre we fly. That's why we kept it in for this year. This is the Tornado! The abort calls made by Red 9 as Red 8 and 9 roll around the rest of the formation. But what's for the colour change as Red 1 brings the team down the line. Once again, in our world famous Diamond 9, it's the 2024 Red Arrows. As we go into the second half, we'll see manoeuvre not flown since 2003. This is the 5-4 split. As we go into the second half, the team will now break down into two sections. Off to the right you have Reds 1 through 5, they are now known as Enid, named after Enid Blyton. Keep your eye on Enid to the left hand side. Third out of the form in 1964 with our first public display in 1965. The Red Arrows were actually formed from 3 different display teams around at the time. The Hannah break! Red 9 climbing high, smoking the red, white and blue as Enid join us and we're off to our left hand side. Once again, smoking our famous red, white and blue. As Reds 8 and 9 roll around the smoke in corkscrew. Smoke trail in the sky for the first part of the manoeuvre. We we like to call the Serpent. And you can really see that red, white and blue popping off against the grey skies. That red, white and blue is only capable due to the smoke pod on the aeroplane. That's the small tank under the belly of the aircraft. The smoke pod is capable of producing approximately 5 minutes of white smoke. What we go for 24. Roll!
Thank you. Cheers, mate. No, don't worry.
So we've got 35 people here this weekend. We are a huge team. It's very cumbersome, but to demonstrate everything we're operating, we have to have that energy. So we have support by the joint helicopter support for them. They're the guys who can see right off the back. They're the people that are hooking the guns, the aircraft, and stuff, and they're an integral part of the team as well.
But people are going to need to get themselves into a good position to see what's going on the ground as well as the air.
I would recommend being on the front. So one of the things for the real demonstration is a lot of it's on the ground. So best position on the flight line, being able to get a good spot to see everything that's going on.
Out in the big wide world, what kind of duties does the Chinook aircraft perform?
So we're trooping, so moving people from one place to another, maybe that's an assault force, or just active moves from one main operating base to a forward operating base. It's unsung loads like you see, other demonstration, or vehicles, or whatever needs to be moved from A to B.
Okay. Well, in the past, when we've seen the Chinook at air displays, there's somebody who stands at the back of the aircraft with big hands in Mali.
Joining Goots in the cockpit today is Flight Lieutenant Gwyn Edwards, known to us as Dingle. Gwyn hasn't always been a pilot though, initially commissioning into the elite RIAT regiment. After completing a ground tour as a flight commander on Op Herrick in Afghanistan, Dingle saw the light and transitioned across to aircrew. He credits his success to his extremely patient family, who are here supporting today. So from all of us at the Roll Demo team, a huge thank you to Happy, Hugo and George. The underslung load that Houston will carry today weighs approximately 2 tons. And if you can listen closely, you'll hear the gearboxes working just a little bit harder as they cater for the extra weight. The Chinook is famous worldwide, not only for once safely on the deck, the JHSS team will leave the aircraft in order to attach the gun to the Land Rover, provide mutual support ahead of moving it onwards to its battlefield location. The team are now positioning to drop the underslung load in front of you. Dropping off an underslung load requires robust and effective communication between all members of the crew, as the pilots are unable to see what's going on underneath the aircraft. This is achieved by crewmen in the rear cabin painting a mental picture for the pilots over the INSCOM, using voice masking to direct the aircraft to the precise drop-off point, and ensuring the aircraft lands safely clear on the road. At ODM, we're fortunate to have our own underslung load training area, and this allows crews to practice lifting a variety of items, from netted barrels to heavy ISO containers. This invaluable training wouldn't be possible without the support of JHSS, who offer specialist skills in underslung load operations. Having successfully dropped the gun, Coots is now manoeuvring the aircraft forward and down, away from the load, to allow the troops to disembark and set up in a defensive posture. As the aircraft transitions away into forward flight, the Chinook will now reposition to provide air watch for the troops on the ground, scanning the area ahead for potential threats, before returning to the drop site to offer close in support. Although not fitted today, 3 defensive weapon systems can be found to present the starboard weapon system to the threat site and give the troops on the ground maximum support while they conduct their mission critical tasks. If you have a camera handy, the dogphone provides a cracking opportunity for a great photo, and you can get ready to hear the Chinook's iconic blade slap. As the aircraft flies past the landing site, troops will quickly snap the aircraft away from the ground before reversing the turns, bringing the aircraft back around in the opposite direction. Whilst the Chinook operates above on the ground, we can see JHSS, who are the specialist helicopter handling unit for defence. JHSS are a joint squadron made up of both Army and RIAT personnel, and are based out of RIAT in Oxfordshire. Formed during the Falklands War, they primarily work with our UK support helicopters, including the Chinook, Puma and Merlin. They work tirelessly to provide specialist helicopter landing site reconnaissance and the movement of essential supplies by internal and external loads, exactly as you see during today's roll demonstration. As the Chinook begins its second pass of the dogphone, you will be able to see the team's number 2 crewman looking out on the starboard window. Operating from the number 2 position today, it's our handsome French exchange crewman, Warrant Officer Fabien Chauffroy. Fabien has been operating with the squadron for the last 2 years, proving that the famous Monton cordial is still going strong. So give Fabien away. The power and arms. As they run the aft wheels on, you'll see how the tandem ropes of the Chinook are used to bring the aircraft to a complete stop. Showing just how much control he has over the aircraft, troops will bring it to a stop on just the 2 aft wheels before lowering onto all 6. The Chinook can carry a wide range of vehicles internally, including armoured fighting vehicles, motorcycles and quads with trailers. Having been tied down securely during the flight, the team are now unstrapping the quad bike to demonstrate how quickly it can be offloaded from the aircraft to offer support to troops on the ground. Quad bikes are often used in conjunction with trailers to transport ammunition and resupplies. Over at the RIAT Village all day today. On behalf of myself, Coots and the team, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day and look forward to seeing you all again very soon. So, for one last time, please put your hands together for the 2024 Chinook Royal Demonstration! Thank you!
And thank you, Worley, for talking us through it in such fine style. And the Chinook clearing back to its parking spot. And we'll be moving on with our next display very shortly. We start from squadron from the civilian side. But here they go, on the roll, the 6 MFI-15 Safaris. Pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Nicholson. Eric, a warm welcome to you again. Very much. And nice that the team should have a rather lighter sky than you had here.
Also, hoping for a tailwind. Yeah, we are hoping for a tailwind. We have the 20 knots headwind on the way here to Germany. Yes. We're now passing in a trail formation. And when they turn around, we're going to transfer to what we call a dart or a rocket formation. All the pilots, they are full-time instructors on the flying school. We have 2 classes every year, so the next class is starting early August, and and they're coming straight towards the audience, and they will spread out for the last formation part to do the fan or the starburst first. And then they will come around and wave to the audience.
And they certainly deserve your appreciation, because apart from being a beautifully flown display in these little aeroplanes, this has been an incredible effort to get here. Yes, the first time, not just for this team here, but for this aircraft in Norwegian service, because we've seen the Royal Danish Air Force here with the T-17 supporter variant, indeed a couple of years ago with their display team baby blue, but never had the Norwegians displayed this machine in the UK. A lovely, lovely show.
Six. There's six. Six of them.
And adjacent to that is the Inspire stage. Now, much of this show focuses on inspiring the youth of today to become the aviators of tomorrow. And coming up in 10 minutes' time, we've got the science show, The Future of Flying. And that is going to be run and steered by Engineering TV director Brian Scott and her friend Malcolm Russell in a depth-filled exploration of the technology of the Royal Air Force they're using to ensure that the future of flying is a planet-friendly one. That's just 30 minutes long. It's a family show, and anything from now, should I say, anybody from the age of 4 upwards is most welcome. During the course of the afternoon, you can also drop in on the science of spying. Join the team from GCHQ, that is at 25 past 2 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock, the Red Arrow is again. These from 85 naval air squadron, one from Royal Maritime Force, informed us that they moved on naval air station go in Somerset, and together they formed Royal Navy's helicopter display team, the Black Cats, named after a piece of naval slang for one-upmanship. As far as the naval one we see here is concerned, the weapons can include 45 caliber machine guns, torpedoes, the marklers and sea venom missiles and more, running in for their first pass. 2 Wildcats of the Black Cats. They'll be pulling up into the initial 360-degree window. To the new aircraft carrier HMS Queen Elizabeth operating off HMS Defender. Their Black 2, the Cone Scott Sunderland rolls over the top of the Black 1 as they fly away from us, heading here down what we refer to as the B-axis. So the A-axis is the display axis that you see a lot of the aircraft flying along. Operationally, really show very well what this type has been up to. We deployed to the Middle East in 2018 aboard HMS Dragon and was involved in one occasion seizing £145 million worth of drugs in a counter-narcotics operation record for the UK warship in that region. Coming back to the UK, he trained for maritime counter-terrorism and interdiction pilot, and spent 2 years on the Navy's equivalent of the Explorer, basically, working also for case of maritime terrorism. So out of that formation nose over, we now see the 2 Wildcats rejoining, heading back hover and initially moving rearwards to give you all a bow. Before the requirement bed of 2,500 feet for the full sequence, I think we might be in luck. And here they are into their first manoeuvre, the 2024 Royal Jordanian Falcons. They start in box formation, rolling right to perform a quarter clover leap. And they stay in this very tight box formation to perform a bound roll. When we call it a bound roll, they're about in parlance. If you imagine a barrel laid on its side, the aircraft follows the path all the way round through 360. It's very much a pitching and rolling area. Leading the team for 2024 is the Royal Jordanian Falcons Director of Operations, Jamil Zayat. He's been with the team since 2002 and has some 3,700 flying hours. Now, we're over to the right, and we'll shortly see the formation changing as they just skirt a little bit of drifting low cloud. We'll be getting into T for Tango formation with the two wingmen now coming up in line abreast on the leader for the Tango loop. After initially flying the mid-wing extra 300 for a few years, they switched to the low-wing 300L. It was in 2018 that they upgraded to this outstanding 330 LX model. Now backdrop, purpose-built for what we see in front of us, up to unlimited category. They're about to be holding many world championships trophy cabin. And there, an uncomfortable negative G push out of that.
dobra, ja to jest małe, to jest bez sensu.
Ile tak
Wiesz, że ludzie patrzą. Ale już jest...
Ile?
Tylko jest teraz super max.
didn't. I have to go on those.
Ale to musisz to lukać co jakiś czas na tyle, bo teraz to parkiet.
Guess how much I have left? Jeszcze nie, ale widzę to. A, to jest fajne! Tak jak teraz.
No,
I'm killing this world. I'm destroying. I would play like a ship.
It's into the vertical with a quarter roll on the way up, heading outbound on the B-axis, but throwing in 2 more rolls, and then pulling through the rest of a loop. And there'll be another roll straight in towards us on the B-axis, before he pulls the aircraft up, another 360-degree roll in the vertical, and this is for a tail slide. And he exits it inverted. And he stays inverted for a negative half cubinate. That is extremely painful. He's going to put in 2 rolls on the down line. And then 1 1/4 rolls, pushing it into a maximum rate turn. Perhaps the smallest radius maximum rate turn that we've seen today. The Royal Air Force and Royal Navy operates the F-35 Big variant, which has a short takeoff and landing capability, enabling it to operate from HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Prince of Wales. It was number 617 Squadron of Gambusters Spade, E-18, number 207 Squadron, from which this aircraft comes, which is the Lightning Operation Conversion Unit, followed in July 2019. Now we should see the weapons bay open here. Since the likes of the Vulcan and the Buccaneer, which had a very similar configuration, but for them it was to cut down on the drag. For this aircraft, it is to enable its self-characteristics. And that bay able to carry 4 medium-range air-to-air missiles, or a combination of 2 of them and a pair of pave-weight 4 500-pound precision-guided bombs. But still very much in the 3.5 engine to the lift fan element via a drive shaft and clutch and a thrust vectoring nozzle at the rear means to provide propulsion to the engine. And the lift fan is
But that's far from the end of this display, because we're now going to see what's called in the F-35 community a trundle short takeoff. Now this is used if there's no concrete available and a short takeoff distance is required, with pilots smoothing the engine up to 34% thrust, releasing the brakes, and then once the aircraft's at 60 knots, he'll select throttle to military power and rotate when the engine responds.